Last time the client changed the sofa. This time they sent me the real approved furniture. Not a DWG, not a technical drawing, just a link, the manufacturer's website. Normally, if you're lucky, that means finding the technical drawing, importing it, scaling it, and place it inside the floor plan. But if you're not lucky, it can be worse, much worse. This video is sponsored by Rayon Design, the web-based design platform I've been using throughout this series. What interests me about Rayon is how it connects the different parts of the design process. Finding a product, drawing it, testing it inside a room, and presenting it to a client can all happen within the same environment. Today, it starts with a single product image. If you're new here, I'm Lauro Dominici. I'm an interior designer, and a large part of my work involves taking real products and turning them into clear and accurate drawings that clients, suppliers, and contractors can understand. But now let's get back to our little issue. This is the traditional workflow I would use to address it. If the manufacturer do not provide the official technical drawing, I have to save the image from the website, importing it into my drawing, and use a reliable dimension to establish the correct scale. Then I reduce the opacity and begin tracing the outline. If I also need a front or side view for an elevation, I have to repeat the process using another image. Tracing one product might take 10 or 15 minutes. And all of these happen before I can even ask myself a very important question. Does this product work inside my room? Let's see how Rayon Design approaches it. I begin by uploading the product image manually onto the canvas. Once I select the image, Generate Block option appears on the right-hand side, beneath the Style section. I can access the tool directly from there, while the complete collection of Rayon's AI tools is available in the bottom toolbar. I choose Generate Block, and from the single image, Rayon generates 3 CAD views: a top view, a front view, and a side view. For this floor plan, I need the top view, but the other two are already available if I want to use the product in an elevation or somewhere else in the presentation. These are not simply 3 additional images. These are editable CAD geometry. I can open the block, work directly on its line, and adapt the level of details to the project I'm developing. In a few moments, I went from a product photograph into 3 usable views without tracing each one from scratch. This feature is extremely useful, but the generated geometry is still a starting point compared to the official drawing provided by the manufacturer. Depending on the original image, Rayon may simplify a curve, miss a small detail, or create a few lines that need a cleaning up. So I check the overall size against the manufacturer's dimensions and refine the parts that matter for my drawing. For an early layout, the generated outline may already give me everything I need. For a more detailed drawing, I can continue editing it. The advantage is that I'm refining an existing block rather than starting with a blank canvas. Now I can place the generated top view inside the same room we've been using throughout this series. I replace the previous selection and I immediately see how the new proportion affect the layout. Is it too deep? Do I still have enough circulation space? Does it work with the armchair and the coffee table? These are the questions I actually want to spend my time answering, because preparing each option is now much faster. I can compare more real products before making a final decision. This feature doesn't only save drawing time, it makes the design process more flexible. Because Rayon has created this geometry as a block, it also appears in the block panel on the left under In Model Blocks, and drag another instance directly onto the canvas without generating it a second time. From the block definition, I can also attach the product name, the brand, the unit price, and the manufacturer's link using the custom properties. That information, of course, can appear inside the FF&E schedule, together with the technical block preview, the quantity, and the total cost. So the workflow from the previous video still applies. I now have just a faster way to create a product geometry that enters that system. The image generates the block. The block becomes the part of the drawing, and the drawing remains connected to the rest of the project information. If you want to try Generate Block using one of your own product images, you can sign up for Rayon Design for free using the link in the description. Generate Block is only one way Rayon Design uses AI throughout the design process. It deserves the focus today because it solves a very specific problem, but there is a much wider set of possibilities, and squeezing them to the very final minute would simply turn them into a list. Later in this series, I will dedicate an entire chapter exploring Rayon's AI. We will see what each feature does, where it really helps, and how it fits into a real interior design project. So if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe. We've only scratched the surface.